and welcome to the Pag-ibig Fund Chairman's Report. To formally begin our program, may we call on the Chief Executive Officer of the Pag-ibig Fund, Ms. Marilyn Acosta, to deliver her welcome remarks.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon. It is indeed a good afternoon for all of us as we hold our Pag-ibig Fund Chairman's Report for 2022. Today's event is made even more special because we are joined by our esteemed President, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. Once again, we are grateful for your presence, Mr. President. Shocked out po talaga kami, pero masayang-masaya po kami. And to provide the report on Pag-ibig Fund's accomplishment for 2022, let us all give a round of applause to our Pag-ibig Chairman, DSUD Secretary Jose Rizalino Acuzar.
Maraming salamat, CEO Manang Malen. Una po sa lahat, lubos po akong bumabati at ipapasalamat sa ating mahal na Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa kanyang pagdalo at pagpapaunlak sa ating pang-anyaya ngayong araw na ito. Magandang hapon po, Mr. President. Binabati ko din ang ating mga kasamahan sa Pag-ibig Funds na narito ngayon. Binabati ko din po ang ating mga bisita mula sa iba-ibang sangay ng gobyerno, mga partners na sa business community, collections partners, mga accredited developers, and news media na kasama natin ngayon. Labis po kaming natutuwa na kayo ang aming nakadaong palad ngayon. First time po sa history ng Pag-ibig na ang presidente ang dumalo sa ating report. Kayo po doon dito sa housing sector, lalo na po yung mga taga-Pag-ibig, high moral silang lahat ngayon. Kaya sa sunod na taon, gagalingan nyo. Ngayon ay nakalipas 42 taon, malugod po namin binabalita na mahusay na nagampanan ng Pag-ibig Fund ang mga mandato nito. At tunay na tumutugon at naghatid sa benepisyong na paipon murang pautang sa pabahay para sa ating manggagawang Pilipino. Malugod ko din pong ibinabalita ang ating tagumpay sa pagpapatupad ng pambansang pabahay para sa Pilipino upang tuluyan na malutas ang housing backlog sa ating bansa. Labis po akong natutuwa sa suporta ng Pag-ibig Funds sa pamumuno ni Manang Malen. Kasing edad po siya ng Pag-ibig. Kung 42 years old ang Pag-ibig, 41 years old siya nagtatrabaho sa Pag-ibig. Kaya kita nyo naman itsura ni Manang Malen. Sa katunayan po ay naglaan po kaagad ang Pag-ibig Fund ng halagang 250 billion upang tumulong sa ating layunin. Na makapapatayo ng 6 million housing units sa loob ng susunod na 6 na taon. Yan po ay mga MOUs, mga ginagawa po namin na mga groundbreaking. Tuloy-tuloy na po yan. Ito ang pinakamasaya. The highest ever performing loans ratio since the pandemic, 90.69%. Salamat.
Thank you, Secretary Acuzar. At this point, may we invite the President, together with Secretary Acuzar and CEO Acosta, to reveal the Pag-ibig Fund savings dividend rates. The first to be revealed is the 2022 dividend rate for the Pag-ibig regular savings. May we request the President, in a short while, to kindly press the button to his right. Ready, Mr. President? There you go! Ladies and gentlemen, the year 2022 dividend rate reveal for the Pag-ibig regular savings is 6.53%. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. The modified Pag-ibig 2 Savings Dividend Rate or MP2! Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it! The year 2022 dividend rate reveal for the Pag-ibig MP2 savings is 7.03%! We are proud to announce that the Pag-ibig savings dividend rates are the highest since the pandemic. Thank you, Mr. President.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Please be seated. Maraming salamat sa ating Human Settlements and Urban Development Secretary, Secretary Jerry Acosar, at sa kanyang magandang pinalabas. May pagka-showbiz ang ano natin, itong chairman's report natin. Andito rin po ang ating kalihim ng Department of ng DOL. At nandito po ng Labor Department, nandito po si Secretary Benny Laguesma na siyempre isa sa sektor na binibigyan ng serbisyo ng Pag-ibig at saka ng lahat ng housing ay the labor sector. Pag-ibig Fund CEO Marilyn C. Acosta, who nag-uusap kami at we were recalling the evolution of all of the housing programs, that starting from what was then the Ministry of Human Settlements, where the original concept of housing development was evolved not only from the construction of structures for people to shelter in, but also the construction or the forming of communities, kaya human settlements, para naman maging maayos, maging maganda ang tinitirahan ng ating mga kababayan. And of our proverbial host here is Pasay City Mayor Imelda Calixto Rubiano, the members of the HDMF, the Board of Trustees, and the Management Committee, ating mga kapartner sa private sector, lahat ng mga opisyal at ng staff ng Pag-ibig Fund, ang aking kasama sa ating serbisyo publiko. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Allow me at the outset to extend my warmest greetings to all the officials and employees of Pag-ibig Fund, the Pag-ibig Fund members and stakeholders who are present with us today, as we are gathered for the Chairman's report to the public on the state of the Pag-ibig Fund. It is the government's fundamental goal to ensure adequate access to decent and affordable housing for our fellow Filipinos, especially in the face of a housing backlog, which I think the working number that we have is 6.5 million units ang kakulangan sa ating pabahay para sa ating mga kababayan. Kaya ayan ang ating laging ginagawang target. And that is why my father, President Marcos, envisioned, hindi ko sasabihin yung senior kasi mumultuhin ako niyan. Pag sinabi ko yung senior, sasabihin niya na matanda na raw siya. Ayaw niya yung senior. My father envisioned when he issued Presidential Decree 1530, which established the Home Development Mutual Fund, the HDMF, in 1978. This fund was to enable shelter financing through a system of voluntary contributions from its members, both from the public and from the private sectors. 45 years on, with the rapid growth of population, our country is still presently faced with this challenge. As I said, no less than 6.5 million socialized housing units are needed to stabilize the situation. And it is a daunting task when we look at it. But if we break it down and we consider the manifold physical, social, and economic factors that must be considered, we consider them in turn, we see that there is a way to achieve that number of 6.5 new housing units. But on the other hand, also 45 years later, the HDMF, now fondly referred to as the Pag-ibig Fund, has evolved into a bigger financial institution, provident in character. With more than 2.6 million members, it offers a diversified range of financial services and income-generating endeavors for the mutual benefit of the members, ever guided by sound fiscal management practices and actuarial science. And we are confident that this is achievable because we look to the record of the Pag-ibig Fund and that those sound management practices and, shall we say, very conservative fiscal management has always been in place. And that is why it is possible for Secretary Jerry to come and to show us the new figures for which we are very happy about, since, as has been mentioned, they are the best record of any year since the inception of the Pag-ibig Fund. The Pag-ibig Fund posted an unprecedentedly high figure since the time of 1978, by all the different facets, from members' contributions to housing loans released to loan collections, dividends declared, all the way to its total assets and net income. This is clear evidence of a highly astute and competent leadership and financial management of that fund. And for that, I congratulate you, and you should pat yourselves on the back and give yourselves a round of applause. To see these results for 2022, the members will be assured as to the soundness of the fund's financial position, the safety of their own contributions and investments, and the fund's continuing reliability as a provider of key financial services and as a vehicle for their personal savings and investments. It is very encouraging that through the years, that in spite of periods of volatility, uncertainty, and sometimes very complex challenges, including the supervening pandemic, the Pag-ibig Fund has remained true to its original vision. And that is to provide a secure savings program, a dependable and affordable housing, to be able to give dependable housing loans and affordable housing loans for the benefit of its members. By leveraging on your industry and your experience, the expertise and acumen that you have gained, I enjoin all your officers and employees to be guided by the principles of transparency and accountability, as you always have, in carrying out your mandate and ensuring judicious management of the fund and of the members' hard-earned money. It goes without saying that as public servants, we must maintain the trust and the confidence reposed in us by government institutions, especially those financial in nature, and more importantly, by the people. Maintaining this trust is crucial if we are to build upon the Pag-ibig Fund's accomplishments and achieve our goals in housing. So let me acknowledge as well our developers, our employers, housing industry players, and other partners for their invaluable contributions to the continued success of the Pag-ibig Fund. It is this partnership that brings the success to the fund. And for that, once again, we thank you for that partnership and that coordination with the government. Let us further strengthen those partnerships and double down on our efforts to provide adequate access to decent and affordable human settlements. Finally, it's important that we also recognize the absolute central pillar of the Pag-ibig Fund, namely its 2.6 million strong members. With the members' continued support, the Pag-ibig Fund has grown into a financially strong and secure institution, boasting more than 827 billion pesos in total assets. And I was teasing the secretary, kung baka paper, ano lang yan, baka sa accounting lang, binago niyo yung accounting method niyo, kaya nagkaroon ng ganyang kalaki. Hindi naman daw. We are still following generally accepted accounting principles. Indeed, the members' contributions are the lifeblood of Pag-ibig and the reason for its continued success. So I exhort our members to remain ever productive in their employment and commercial pursuits so as to continue to sustain the Pag-ibig Fund, animated by the same spirit of mutual help and benefit that was the theory and the blueprint and the concept behind the creation 45 years ago of the fund. Indeed, the Pag-ibig Fund has been an exemplar of pagtutulungan, of mutually beneficial multi-sectoral partnership, and even of love, as so aptly etched in its name, which has become a Filipino household term for almost half a century. Let us continue to work to provide every Filipino with a dignified, comfortable, productive life, with a home that they can truly call their own. Thank you, and I wish the Pag-ibig Fund continued success in the years ahead. Congratulations on the wonderful performance that that is being reported here today, and keep up the good work. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at magandang hapon po sa inyo.
Thank you, Mr. President.